After the massive success of the first game, Scott Cawthon decided to make a sequel to it. He understood the elements that made his game popular in the first place and expanded on them. He made more characters and more jump scares for people entertainment. He added more secrets to make people talk about the game more, and of course, he added more stuff to the story and made it bigger. So, I asked myself, now that we have another game, what does it change? What does it add to the story? And most importantly, what was the story of Five Nights at Freddy's with just 2 games? Similar to the first game, you beat a night when you reach to 6 AM, but you don't have any doors to defend yourself with. Instead you have 2 vents on your right and left. You also have a hallway in front of you. The animatronics will come from these places. In order to push them away, you use the Freddy mask to fool them. All the animatronics get fooled by the mask except for Foxy, who will appear in the hallway. You need to use your flashlight against him to push him back. The puppet is another animatronic who won't get affected by the mask. Instead you have to go to the cameras, and keep winding the music box to avoid its attack. You have to finish 5 nights, but then the game throws at you a bonus night called Night 6. Golden Freddy will be in it. You can fool him by using the mask, but you shouldn't use the flashlight or the vents light when he is in your office. There is a Night 7 which allow you to change the animatronics AI, and it has a lot of challenges. The hardest one is called Golden Freddy, which is 1020 mode. Here is a quick summarization of all the phone calls. Night 1. The phone guy tells you to forget anything you heard about the old location. The new animatronics are all tied into some kind of criminal database. For protection, you are the second guard to work in the night shift. The guy before you moved into the day shift. Phone guy tells you how to deal with the animatronics, and he doesn't know exactly why they move at night. Night 2. The withered animatronics were used in the old location, and now they are being used just for parts. The phone guy never liked the puppet, as he said,
I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere.
Night 3. Phone guy favorite animatronic is Foxy. Phone guy calls out some rumors and say they are all just speculation or people trying to ruin the establishment reputation. The day guard reported nothing unusual. Night 4. There is an investigation going on in the restaurant. The animatronics act normal around the kids, but when they see an adult, they just stare at them. Night 5. The place is on lockdown. No one is allowed to get in or out, especially concerning any previous employees. You will be moved to the day shift after this night. The original restaurant was called Fredbear's Family Diner. Night 6. The restaurant closed down. A yellow suit was used, and now the animatronics are not acting right. After this night, you will work in the last day shift. You should be close to the animatronics to not let them hurt anyone. Phone guy will work in the night shift himself when the place reopens. Now let's talk about some secrets and mysteries in this game. There are a few secrets that are not important in this game, such as the JJ animatronic Easter egg. One of the paper plates dolls will move to your office, and Endo 02 Easter eggs. These secrets are mostly here to mess with the players. I can even say the same thing for both Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie. For now at least, they seem to exist just to be creepy secrets. Now let's talk about the weird cutscenes that appear when you beat a night. Honestly, there isn't much to talk about here, aside from being scary. These cutscenes confirm that the puppet existed in the first game location. It's very important to mention that the second game takes place in 1987. You play night 1 to 6 as Jeremy Fitzgerald before moving to the day shift to make sure the animatronics don't hurt anyone. In night 7 you play as a different person called Fritz Smith, as if it implies that Jeremy couldn't be the night guard in that night, and that there is something happened to him. At the end of night 6 you receive a paycheck with a newspaper page. The page explains that the restaurant will close, and it will reopen, but with a much smaller budget. This is important because the second game location is much bigger than the first game location. So it appears that the second game is a prequel to the first game. Now in the first game, the story was revealed through the newspaper pages. In this game it's revealed through the secret 8-bit mini-games. The first mini-game shows a purple guy killing a kid outside a small restaurant. The second mini-game shows Foxy goes to see 5 kids, but when he does it for the third time, he finds them dead. The third mini-game shows the puppet trying to give cakes to the dead kids, then he puts masks of the characters on them. The last mini-game shows Freddy moving around the second game location where there are 5 dead kids around the place and the puppet is saying save them to Freddy, but then the purple guy appear and tell him you can't. We now have all the information we need. Let's see what the story was all about. The story begins at Fredbear's family diner. While there was a party in the restaurant, a little kid was outside the place. The kid was killed by a purple guy. This kid became the puppet. The place was then closed. It's unknown if it did because of the kid's death or other reasons. It shut down nonetheless, and the original owner sold it to a company that went with the name Fazbear Entertainment. They opened a new restaurant and made 5 animatronics to perform for the guests. Sadly, 5 kids got killed by the same purple guy and he got away with it. The puppet then found the kids. Not knowing what to do with the bodies, the puppet put them in the animatronics, which made them haunted by the kids' spirits. The restaurant got shut down and now is referred to as the old location, but a new and a bigger restaurant opened. The purple guy works as a security guard in the restaurant. The animatronics recognized him, so he decided to work in the day shift. The person who replaced him in the night shift was a guy named Jeremy Fitzgerald. The purple guy then used a yellow suit and killed another 5 kids who possessed the toys. He got caught this time. The place is now under an investigation, and after night 6, Jeremy moved to the day shift where one of the toys animatronics bit him and caused the bite of 87. The restaurant got shut down and the toys got scrapped. The withered got moved into another restaurant with a much smaller budget where they killed the phone guy after he took the job as the night guard. They tried to do the same for Mike Schmidt, who was the next guard, but they failed.